and welcome to the 10 and 10 podcast. I am your host, Joseph James, and today I'm very excited to be here with Heidi Gustafson, Board-Certified Hypnotist, mindset coach, and the host of Mastering Midlife with Heidi. This is exciting. Yeah. Well, it's exciting that I was able to get all that out.
Congratulations.
But, thank you. We've had a great conversation leading up to this, a lot of synchronicity here, but the one thing I have no experience with is hypnotism. And that's what you do. One of the things you do.
That is one of the things I do.
Yeah.
It's a tool in my tool belt, is what I say, to help people transform something that maybe they've been stuck on for years. And they've tried everything, they've read all the books, they've gone to talk therapy, but they cannot seem to get past this barrier. And we can talk more about why that is, going into the subconscious mind a little bit. But hypnosis allows us to break that pattern, right? When we're born, we're basically born as a blank computer. And everything that we experience up to about age 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that area, everything that we experience, everything we're told, everything we sense is happening, every actual experience that we have in our life, it all goes in as the programming, all of it. So if you were told you're bad at math, right, you grow up believing, because that's the program, that is the software that got put on your computer when you were young. So we are all just 5-year-olds running around, right? We have a 5-year-old government, right? We're all just that age running, that computer is running our life, that program, that young program. And imagine if you had a computer from whatever year you were born, still with the same software on it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It wouldn't work like you wanted it to. And the output that you're going to get from it is only as good as the software that's in it.
Sure.
And so if we don't look at how do we get in there and reprogram that software, how do we do a software update, right? A reboot on the software. Hypnosis allows us to do that.
So specifically, you talk a lot about people pleasing. Mm-hmm. And how that would be a program that came from early childhood development.
Absolutely. So
I know we were talking that you struggled with that. How did you lead yourself away from the people-pleasing modality?
So how I got into people-pleasing was I was taught as a female, as a girl, right, to be a good girl, to be nice, not to hurt people's feelings, to do unto others, right, and always give, right? And so I ended up putting everybody first. Everybody in my life came first. And my big hurdle to overcome, my biggest people-pleasing hurdle, was the fear of disappointing someone. And so I went through my life trying not to disappoint people. Well, that got me into marriages that ended up in divorces. And the catalyst, the final catalyst, because each time I felt like, okay, I got this, and then I didn't, right? I would get into the next relationship, which is where these things come out the most, right? And in our intimate relationships. I would get into the next relationship and I'd be back at the same place, saying yes when my gut was screaming no. The catalyst that finally got me to stop was my husband of 10 months stormed out in a rage on New Year's Day, 2018. And I was like, It was like the brick to my head that I needed. I'm the common denominator in all of my relationships, friendships, family, right, intimate relationships. What am I doing that is causing this pattern to repeat? And I went to Codependence Anonymous meeting, my first, then the very next week, went for 3 years, and that was a big turning point for me.
So you also talk about how women, not all, but a lot of women put themselves on the back burner, which I think is very common, especially if they're moms. You put your kids' needs ahead of your own, and there are certain times that you put your husband or you put other people's needs. But you shouldn't live on the back burner.
Correct.
How do you approach that line of thinking, that programming?
So I had a client that in one of our sessions, she said to me, I just realized that I was taught somewhere, and it was probably in Sunday school, that it was God, others, self. And I was like, wow, that's really powerful. And this isn't about religion, right? It could be whatever higher source, higher power you believe in. She's always at the bottom, right? No matter what, she's the low man on the totem pole.
Yeah.
So if this person needs that, if God says you should do that, then I have to do it. And always, you're always last.
Yeah.
Always. And so that leads to low self-esteem, a problem with accepting ourselves, accepting our flaws, which we don't really have flaws, but really coming down hard on ourselves. So I help women start seeing that it's not selfish. We were taught that doing anything for ourselves was selfish. So I teach them to start being purposefully selfish. Like if the pendulum is over here, not selfish, right? Selfless, then I want you to swing it all the way to the other side, in hopes that eventually you'll get to the middle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's like they say on the airplane, put your mask on first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now you have an exercise.
Yes.
That you're going to put me through.
Yes.
All right. Well.
So the subconscious mind is so powerful. We don't realize, again, it's the computer program, right, is the subconscious mind. The subconscious can only do what it was taught to do, and that is the program that we got. So I want to show the viewers how powerful the subconscious mind is. So if you want to stand up, and I'm going to stay seated so that people can hear me, and you're just going to put your arms out, either all the way to the side or just a little bit in front of you, and with your eyes open, I want you to turn one way or the other, it doesn't matter which way you turn, as far as you can. And once you get as far as you can, then pick a point on the wall with your eyes, and then come back around front. Now I want you to put your arms down and close your eyes and imagine yourself doing the exact same thing. You almost have like the head of an owl where you could twist all the way around. Can you imagine that? Mm-hmm. So you're going a lot further than what you just did. Now I want you to open your eyes again, put your arms up, go the same direction, and go as far as you can. Oh, I can.
Quite a bit further.
I can see, yeah. That's it.
Also got a nice release in my...
In your back. So, yeah, that's it. So how was that?
That was noticeably different.
Right? And so the viewers can try that, right, at home. Don't do it while you're driving. If you're driving while you're listening to this, pull over, right? And you can do it seated. It's just with the chairs and stuff here, you can get. But that's the power. We limit ourselves, right? We think we can't. You didn't think you could go further.
No,
right?
my first term, that was as far as I could go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we limit ourselves so much. But again, it goes back to those programs. We are programmed to believe that we're limited. And we're not limited. We live in a limitless, that'll get me all teary, a limitless, abundant universe, right? That wants to give to us. And when we live a life in people-pleasing, we're constantly pushing that away. Imagine someone, I present you with a gift, right? A wrapped gift, and you're a people pleaser. You're like, no thanks, right? You're actually like throwing the gift back in my face.
How did you discover hypnosis? Because I mean, you're so big into it now, and you had to come out of where you were. At what point did you go, yes, this is where I want to be?
So I went through a group program that there was probably 1,000 people in the group. It was online. And there was someone in the group that every time she spoke, her energy was so joyful, right? She just radiated. And I was like, I want what she's got. And so I found out about her, and she's hypnosis certified, and she actually is licensed to certify other people. And she was giving the course on getting hypnosis certified. And so I've always been into the subconscious mind. It's always fascinated me. And so I took the course. I went through the curriculum, the program, and got certified. And it gave me so much more confidence in myself just from, I guess, practicing with myself. You can do self-hypnosis, right? You can hypnotize yourself to break through barriers that you have, or to, like, a lot of athletes use it, right? Tiger Woods uses it every time before he swings the club.
Visualization.
Right.
Yep.
Michael Jordan used it, shooting baskets. He didn't actually shoot. He visualized himself doing it. And that's what hypnosis is just using the power of your imagination, right? When we're kids, we imagine flying to the moon and, like doing all these things. And then that imagination gets squashed, stop daydreaming.
Yeah.
And so hypnosis really is, there's two things that are required: repetition and imagining, visualization. That's it for you to get a change in your life that actually changes your neural pathways in your brain.
If you like the idea of being limitless, because I do, I would highly recommend that you get in touch with Heidi, because I already, just in this short conversation that we've had, have two areas of my life that I think you could help me break through that I've been powerless to do on my own.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
So how can people get in touch with you?
Everything is Mastering Midlife with Heidi. So I have a website. There's a lot of free resources on my website. I have a podcast, Mastering Midlife with Heidi. I have a YouTube channel. So if they want to go experience me, in some of my videos, I also have a hypnosis audio that they can download from one of the videos. So they can check me out. And the YouTube channel is also Mastering Midlife with Heidi. So I make it super simple.
Awesome.
Instagram, all the things.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much. This has been terrific. This has been the 10 and 10 podcast, and you will reach out to Heidi. You will reach out to Heidi.